guys and welcome back to my channel. So today I have a makeup tutorial for you guys on the look that I'm wearing right now. It's actually my go-to everyday glam and I've been wearing this look constantly, like literally constantly. Every Instagram picture pretty much in the last month has been of me in this makeup. Technique of my skin has really changed, so I really wanted to show you guys what I've been doing and I love it. It's really just simple but glam at the same time and really achievable for an everyday if you want to look glam. It's not a natural look obviously, but this is what I've been wearing almost every day just because I've been feeling glam lately. So I'm going to be creating this look on camera for you guys today and I'm going to show you guys how to achieve it. If you like videos like this, then be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Join the family, and I don't think there's anything else to say. Follow me on Instagram, follow my vlog channel, and I'm out of breath. Let's get on into the video. Okay guys, so the first thing that we're going to be doing today is moisturising as always, and I'm using the Body Shop Vitamin E Moisturiser just to add a really nice amount of hydration into my skin. And then I'm taking the Glamglow Glow Starter Moisturiser, and this is in the darker shade, and this just gives a really nice bronzed effect underneath your foundation, and I really have been loving this. And then of course I like to use a pore filling primer just because I feel like this smooths everything out, and this is just my routine that I prime my skin with every single day and I love it. Moving on to my foundation, I have been using two combined for the last month or so and I've just been loving this combination, and that's the Makeup Forever Ultra HD and the Estee Lauder Doublewear. The reason why I've been using Doublewear is because it's really been helping my makeup to stay on in this heat. It's been pretty humid in the UK, so it just helps with that humidity and helps it to keep it on, but my skin is a little bit too dry just to use it alone, and I just find that the combination of the two creates something super flawless, and I've just been loving to buff it in with any kind of dense brush. So these kind of spoon brushes, I don't know what they're called, this one's from Primark. I love to use these because I just find that it blends it in really nicely. The concealer that I've been loving to use lately is the NARS Creamy Concealer in the colour Custard. This is an oldie but a goodie, and when I used this I was like, this is why I love this concealer so much. It's so full coverage and it really does look nice and smooth but full coverage at the same time without creasing, and I just love that. So I applied it of course under my eyes, on my eyelid, on my chin and my forehead, and I like to actually blend this in with a dry sponge. Now I wouldn't usually do this, but one day I was being a bit lazy and I couldn't be bothered to wet my sponge, and I used it dry with this specific combination of sponge and concealer and I loved it. The sponge is from NYX and of course the concealer is NARS, and just the combination of the two just blended it so flawlessly that I actually quite like it dry. So bit of a weird experimenting, but yeah. I went ahead and applied my powder as always. You guys know my powder never changes, the Soap & Glory Instant Retouch, and I just set everything together before I started cream contouring. Now, I would say out of everything, cream contouring is probably the thing that's changed the most for me, just because I never used to do it. And what I like to do first of all is take this NYX contour stick in the colour Dark and apply it, of course, in the areas that I want to appear more sunken in, so on the sides of my forehead, my cheekbone, and also my jawline as well. And then I go in with this Hoola cream bronzer and just kind of go underneath it and just use that as my cream bronzer, and the combination of the two, it just blends so flawlessly, it looks so effortless. And then I do like to go on top of this with a actual powder bronzer eventually, but I just love the effect that this gives, and I've just been loving to use creams lately. I just find it so nice to blend out and I just really love the effect that it gives. And I use the Real Techniques sculpting brush to blend this in, and especially around the cheekbone area I like to make sure I'm patting it and not rubbing it everywhere, just because if you use too much product it can kind of get a bit messy. And it did get a little messy today, so I took a little bit of translucent powder and just took it underneath the contour just to clean it up. I don't usually do this, but only if I make a mess, and today I kind of did. So whilst that translucent powder is kind of just baking that area for now, I'm just going to be moving on to my eyebrows, and I'm taking some of this L'Oreal Clear Brow Plumper and just using it as a brow primer, just because I like to do this. I like to kind of put my brows into place before I start filling them in. And I've gone back to the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I moved on to a couple of other brow pencils, and then recently I've come back to this and I'm just like, this is just going to forever be my favourite brow pencil ever. I've been going for a little bit more of a straighter brow shape. It kind of comes outwards a little bit more, and I like to create kind of the brow hairs again. I will leave a tutorial in the eye just now, just if you want to watch this a little bit more in depth, but it's a little bit straighter, a little bit more fluffy, I suppose, but still defined at the same time. And then I just go through it with a little bit of the Ready Set Brow from Benefit just to keep them in place. My eyebrow hairs are a little bit curly and unruly, so this just keeps them in place and they don't move all day, and I love it. So I dusted off that translucent powder and now I'm moving on to bronzer, and I'm taking this new one from Ciate and it's really pretty. It's gorgeous. It just has a really nice, it's got a little bit of a red undertone and it makes you look sun-kissed, because not that you look burnt, but like the red tone in it makes you look really tan, so I love it. And then I just took some of this Rodial banana powder and just used it to brighten up my under eyes a little bit more. Been loving to do that with my under eyes lately just to make them stand out even more. And then I used some highlight, and this is the Anastasia So Hollywood, just to give me a glow. Necessary, always, you need the glow. You can't not have the glow. Next, I'm going to be contouring my nose using the Shade and Light palette from Kat Von D, and I've decided not to keep a lot of this in because I think I'm going to do a dedicated tutorial on how I contour my nose. Let me know if you want to see that down below, because it's kind of a new method. It is similar to my old one, but I've really perfected it, so let me know if you want to see a tutorial. So I just used the Shade and Light palette to contour my nose, and then I end up moving on to my eyes, and I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette, and I'm first of all taking this colour right here, and the kind of technique that I like to go for when I create my eyes is just a really subtle wing made of eyeshadow, and it just lifts the eyes without it being, one, really hard to achieve. It's super quick, you can do it in a couple of minutes, and also it's just softer. It just like lifts the eyes without you actually having to wear a bold winged eyeliner. So then I take a little bit of this slightly darker brown and just apply it a little bit closer to the lash line to just build up a little bit of darkness. And then after I've applied that, I go in with the darkest colour that I would use. Is just this kind of purpley brown shade, and I use it with a much smaller brush and just again push it closer to the lash line and just extend this slightly just to enhance the shape. But this is pretty much all I do. I just make sure it looks nice and blended before I do anything, and I just love it. It's just been my go-to and it's so easy to achieve. And then I just apply some mascara and then my lashes. The lashes that I've been using and loving are the Coco Queen Bee lashes. They are my life. I love them. Like, they're like the perfect lashes for my eye shape. Every time I put them on, I just feel so sassy and I just feel like I love them. And then finally, to finish off, I go for a just nude lip, as always. I mean, nude is for me. I like a nude lip, and the lip colour that I'm using here is the Colorpop Chi Lip Pencil. I love this colour, and of course I'm just like overlining it to make them look fuller, and then I am applying the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in London. And the one thing that I gotta say is that I've been liking a lighter nude, probably because my hair is lighter. I'm just applying a little bit of this Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick on top just to make it look a little bit lighter, and that is the finished look, everyone. I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing my go-to glam everyday look. I have been loving it, and I hope you guys enjoy achieving it yourselves now that you know how to. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. Comment down below and let me know what video you want to see next, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye guys!